Good day, everyone. My name is Philip. Good day, classmates. Good day, Professor Ruel. Today, I would like to discuss the design and develop prototype assessment of product for distance education, as well as the technical implementation of strategies studied in FMA 1 as an assessment prototype I developed based on the journal article entitled How Successful the Online Assessment Techniques in Distance Learning Have Been in Contributing to the Academic Achievement of Management Undergraduates by Ronnie Tatsarani and Ariananda and others. Based on the previous research, the article journal, the study involves a total of 387 management undergraduate students from Sri Lanka. These numbers was derived from a survey conducted via online questionnaires distributed specially to undergraduate students in management fields during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I would like also to mention the types of assessment being used during that time, such as online examination, online presentation, online quizzes, case studies, and report submission. Just to recap the assessment of student learning, online assessment during distance learning have been in significant focus with researchers evaluating the undergraduate's academic performance. So the multiple assessment techniques are utilized by using multiple choice questions. So MCQs is being the most preferred by management undergraduate students in Sri Lanka. So I would like also to mention and highlights the challenges faced by the students and lecturers during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it includes the issues, lack of electricity, internet access, time constraints, and financial limitation for conducting the online examinations or online exams. So based on the LMS for online quizzes, a study in Sri Lanka utilized LMS for online questionnaires distributed to the undergraduate students. So the questionnaire includes the section on demographic factors and online assessment techniques and academic performance. So the LMS facilitated the data collection through a Likert scales questions. So it is also distributed to the students via social media platforms and university pages. And the research found the impact of online quizzes on the academic performance. So online quizzes had a moderate significant impact on the academic performance. So the direction of the impact remained positive and remained positive with across different models. So in the study, it's also focusing on the management undergraduates in Sri Lanka. So the online quizzes were found to positive effects or effect on their academic performance. So again, the most preferred online assessment techniques for management undergraduate students during distance learning was multiple choice question or MCQ. So just to compare with other assessments, online quizzes were statistically significant, unlike online presentation on impacting the academic performance. So report and submission of case studies also showed the positive impacts on the academic performance. So majority of the undergraduate students, so the study were from private university, that is 53%, and then the 27% of them are specialized in business management. So the female respondents accounted for 60% of the sample, with the 44% representing from the fourth year undergraduate. So the academic performance was 3.8%, indicating the agreement among the participants on the various aspect. So just to quick mention the assessment techniques in distance learning. So again, as I mentioned, the MCQs or the multiple choice questions were found most preferred online assessment techniques for the management undergraduate students in Sri Lanka during distance learning. So online assessment were a major concern due to a closure of campuses and advantages including tailored feedback and accessibility. And again, email communication issues impacted to the student performance, emphasizing the need to proper communication methods. So what you see on the screen is the graph or the percentage of the student graph of success of online students, or I mean online assessment techniques in distance learning in undergraduate management students during that time. So we have a 85%, that is the improving understanding of course content. So the understanding of the content is 85%, and the enhancement critical thinking skills is 75%, and time management is 65%, and the increased motivation is 80%, that is a higher, and the engagement levels is the 90%. So to construct the construct to be assessed for this prototype is to first one is to the ability of the students to identify and analyze business problems, and skills in promoting and evaluating potential solutions. So the third one is competence in developing detailed implementations. So that is the main objectives of the students that needs to note when they are going to fill up the Google platform. As I selected the Google form to be distributed to the students to participate in my prototype. So I created a peer assessment feedback that is based on Smart Tech Solution business case study. So this is designed for management undergraduate students or any related business related course students. So those are the qualified participants for this prototype and for this assessment. So as I mentioned, I indicated the Smart Tech Solution business case study on the Google form, so which the students can able to read it before answering the Google form and questions, and can make a suggestion to implement a good resolution for the case study. So the criterion performance, they need to make an identification or clear identification for core issues faced by a smart tech solution as a case study on this topic. And the students have to be comprehensive analysis of potential solutions, including pros and cons, and able to detailed and actionable implementation plan suggestions to the Google form. And just to discuss the purpose of this assessment. So as a formative assessment, we are using a formative assessment to provide students with feedback on their analytical and problem-solving skills. These formative assessments aligns with the goal of improving their ability to identify business problems and propose viable solutions. And summative assessment, we are using also a summative assessment. This also to evaluate the students' understanding in application of business concepts in real-world scenario, contributing to their, it is also contributing to their grade. And then the third one is the peer assessment. So peer assessment is to engage students in evaluating each other works, fostering critical thinking, and providing diverse perspective on problem solving. So also I would like to discuss the assessment structure. So assessment structure, we have a multiple instrument. So this assessment comprises the three components. So the three components such as problem identification, solution analysis, and implementation planning. And we have also a question type. So it includes a multiple choice question or MCQ for basic understanding, for short basic understanding, and they can make a short answer for that question for a detailed explanation. And they can also make a I also made a paragraph question for in-depth analysis if the students or the participants intends intend to make deep analysis on the case study. So the third one is the peer assessment. So students will evaluate their peers and evaluate submission based on the predefined criteria using the Google form. And also, I'd like to discuss the scoring system in relation to the fairness. So each section will be scored using detailed rubric. So the rubric will be shared with the students beforehand to ensure the transparency. So problem identification will rate at 30%, and solution analysis is 40%, and implementation plan is 30%. Peer feedback assessments will account for a portion of grade to encourage the constructive feedback and engagement. So the instructor will also able to access the submission of the students. So the instructor will review all the submission and peer feedback to ensure the fairness and consistency. And also, we are going to discuss the feedback system in relation to the learning theory. So we have a behaviorism. So this immediate feedback on multiple choice question to also to reinforce the correct answers, so they can see if they have correct answers. They will see the result immediately right away after answering or submitting the Google form. So we have a cognitivism. So this is a detailed feedback on a short answer and paragraph question to help students understand the reasoning behind correct answers and improve their analytical skills. So we have a connectivism, so peer feedback to leverage the collective knowledge of the class and provide a diverse perspectives. And also, I would like to discuss the issues and problems with administering the assessment in distance education mode. So, I would like to discuss the technical issue. So, one of the technical issue is potential difficulties with internet connectivity and the platform accessibility. So the first one is connectivity. So if the students were given a form or receive a form and the students have a internet issues and cannot able to access the form right away and cannot able to submit it on time. And platform accessibility, the sample of this is that if the creator of the Google form was not able or wasn't able to make or able to navigate the settings which allow the responders to access the platform. So if they have to, like for example, if the form requires UP email and the responders has no UP email because the responder or respondents are not studies in UP, they cannot able to access the platform or the Google form. So the solution of this is to provide the students or responders an alternative way for them to access the platform. So one of the suggestion here is the offline form. So ensuring the platform compatibility across devices. So the second one is cheating prevention. So implementing measures such as randomized question and time limits and plagiarism checks to maintain the integrity of the assessment. So the one of the example for a randomized question is that if you were the one who is the creator of the platform or the instructor, you are going to send a different link or Google form with the different questionnaires inside the form. So like for example, you are going to send a 10 students a link and then you're going to send another link to 10 remaining students. you should have to make sure that you have submitted a different questionnaires on their links. So to maintain the integrity of the assessment and to prevent them from cheating and copying answers from each other if they are in a one section or in a one classroom. So the third one is student engagement, ensuring active participation by making the assessment interactive and providing timely support and feedback. Um, and then, again, I would like to discuss, let us now proceed to reporting system of results to stakeholders. So, students, individuals' feedback and scores will be provided through Google Forms with detailed comment on the areas of improvement. So the instructor aggregated data on the student's performance to identify the common areas of difficulty and adjust the instruction accordingly as needed. So the institutional stakeholders summary the reports on the overall effectiveness of the assessment strategy and its impact on the students' learning outcomes. So as I mentioned earlier, I have chosen or selected the Google Forms questions. And then I choose and selected the Smart Tech Solution Case Business Study as assessment and feedback on the Google Form. So as I selected this, I created a Google Form which you can see if you click the Google Form and pull up the form, you will see first the case study about the smart tech solution. So the responders are able to understand what is the topic all about, and they will have the idea, or they will able to know the idea how can they able to answer those questions on the Google form. So I would like to discuss the technical implementation of online assessment. So I created a Google form. So everyone knows that Google form is user friendly and widely accessible, and especially Google form is free. So it supports also a virus question types and allows easy sharing and collaboration. So that is the reason why I choose or I selected Google Forms. So setting up the Google Forms. So the form, I wrote the title of the form. That is Smart Tech Solution Case Study, Assessment and Feedback. So there is a description on the Google form. When you scroll down, it says that this assessment focuses on the Smart Tech Solution case study and instructing the responders to carefully answer the following questions. So the responders you will use for peer assessment to provide constructive feedback on the problem identification, solution analysis, and implementation planning. So the steps. The first one, or the section one, the basic information. So just to make sure that you can get the legitimate information from the responders, there is section one. The section one indicated or asking the name of the responders, and the number two is their email address, so that the responders can receive a receipt after submitting or participating to this activity. So they will receive a Google receipt after all this. So the first one is the basic information, and the second one on the section 2 is the case study question. So it's like a problem identification. So on the case study question section 2, I made a question which the aim for the responders is for them to identify the problem of the case study, and it includes also the solution analysis. So we also ask them a question for a solution analysis and their implementation plan if they have a good and good plan suggestion of if they get the idea of how they are able to implement the plan. And on the section 3 is the peer assessment. So they need to rate the clarity of the problem identification in their peer submission. So they are going to rate them. So from excellent, good, fair, and poor is the lowest. So it is also to evaluate the feasibility of the implementation plan proposed by their peer. So number 4, we after that is enabling peer assessment. So as I already created a Google form, and I already mentioned that they can able to give the Google form to anyone by sharing the link, the forms to all students, and set the form to allow the responses from anyone with the link. So you have to navigate the form to allow the responses or anyone with the link to access the form. So we are now going to collecting responses. So once the students complete their assessments and responses are collected already in the Google Form sheets, it's easy to review and distribution peer assessment. So distributing peer assessment, you can also use a Google Sheets to randomly assign each student 3 peer submission to evaluate that it can be done manually or with the sample script. So let us now proceed to review and feedback. So here I'm going to explain the teacher's role. So the teacher's role is to review the peer assessment to ensure the fairness and consistency, provide additional feedback grades based on the both student submission and peer evaluation, and the role of the students is to complete the assigned peer assessment and provide constructive feedback using the form, and reflect on the feedback received from the peers and the teachers to improve the future submission. So collaboration and support. So we also have a forum discussion. So create a dedicated forum thread for the student to discuss the technical implementation of the peer assessment, and encourage the student to share their experiences, tips, and any challenges as they face. And also use the forum to provide updates and answers questions about the peer assessment process. And also you can be able to create virtual meetings. Like for example, you will give instruction to the students to have a virtual meetings like once in a week. So like scheduling a regular virtual meeting to discuss a progress and address any technical issue every week. So it's up to the instructors and the availability of the students. So use these meetings to provide and demonstrate walkthrough of the Google Form setup and peer assessment process. So resource sharing, share guides, templates, and scripts in the forum to assist the students in setting up their assessment. It encourage also the student to collaborate and assist each other with the technical aspect of the project. And if you want to create a script, it can be run from the Google Sheet. So this is a script editor. You can use a script editor to assign peers assessment randomly and adjust the column indices as necessary based on your data structure. So for you to be able to access a script editor, you need to open a Google Sheet. So go to your Google Sheets documents where the form respondences are collected. So I'm going to show here on the screen. So you need to click this and access the script editor. Click on the extension in the top of the menu and click App Script and insert the script and delete any code that might be in the script editor by default and copy paste the provided if you already created an assign peers function into your script editor and save it to the script. And it's for the first time. If it is your first time to run the script, you will need to authorize it to access your Google Sheets and follow the prompt to grant a necessary permission. And you can also check the assignments. So I would like also to and also I'm going to report an online peer assessment tool for distance education. So this overview of online peer assessment tool designed for distance education, we will discuss the strength and the weaknesses of the tool and how it can be improved in the future iteration. So the strengths, the tool actively involves the student in evaluation process, fostering deeper understanding and engagement. Peer feedback provides diverse perspective, enriching the learning experience. Constructive feedback encourages the student to give and receive the constructive feedback, enhancing the critical thinking skills. And peer feedback offers immediate and valid responses compared to traditional instructor-only feedback. So, scalability and flexibility, the use of Google Forms and Google Sheets makes the assessment scalable and adaptable for different courses. Accessibility, Google Form is widely accessible and ensuring participation from students with different levels of technology's access. This is user friendly and interface that reduces the learning curve. And the weakness is the reliability of the peer feedback, potential for inconsistent or biased feedback, and student might lack the expertise to evaluate the complex aspect of accurately. So, technical limitation, Google Form has limitation in advanced functionalities and integration with LMS platform. And security and privacy, concerns about data security and student privacy when sharing submissions and feedback through emails and links. Lack of robust measures to ensure assessment and integrity. And also the instructor workload. Instructors still need to oversee the process and handle disputes, which can be time consuming. So the initial setup and ongoing management require a time investment. So improvements for future iteration, enhancing the peer feedback reliability, is to implementing training session on effective feedback, introduce a secondary review process for quality assurance, technical enhancement, integrate with advanced LMS platform for better analytics and functionality. Consider using dedicated peer assessment platforms. And strengthening the security and privacy, use the secure methods within closed LMS environment for sharing submissions, implement anonymization features to reduce the bias and privacy concerns, reducing instructor workload, develop automated process for handling common issues, utilize teaching assistants or peer leader to manage the assessment process, reflect on the cost, accessibility, and quality. So, utilizing free tools like Google Form is cost-effective for institutions with limited budgets. So, this is applicable for the university institution with the limited budgets, but usable. And future iteration may consider more robust, albeit costlier, platforms if the additional funding is available. Accessibility, ensuring the access to necessary technology, internet connectivity is crucial as well, and provide alternative formats or offline options for the students in remote areas. Quality, the tool offers high quality and ease of use of students' engagement. Continuous feedback from users is essential for ongoing refinement and effectiveness. Designing and developing this online peer assessment tool highlights its potential and challenges in distance education. By addressing an identified weakness and considering cost, accessibility, and quality, future iteration can enhance the learning experience for management undergraduate students. And that will be all. And thank you so much for watching my video. And feel free to reach me out for any question and further assistance. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye.